At another stage, I sat down with my brother and I told my brother, I have a company for Quantico Marine Base that we do roadside assistant and mobile mechanic. I told him, Mustafa, I need you to help me out with my company, and I'm going to help you with your company. I like having my brothers around me. So I brought in Mustafa, I brought in my other brother, and along with the other Marines that I had in my company, it was a beautiful company. I loved it. I enjoyed it. Me and my brother, what we would do is we would help each other. He would help me with my company. I would help him with his company. So we would go to that area. Crystal City, if you know anything about Crystal City here in Virginia, it's really busy. If you want to promote a business, you go there. So me and my brother, we would go there. I would pass out my cards, and I would expand into that area. So outside the coverage that we covered the Marine base, every time a Marine gets stuck, we would expand outside the Marine base. And I would expand into that area by passing out my business cards. And at the same time, I'm helping Mustafa sell his equipment and promote his business. So that area is really busy. It's a public easement. It's a sidewalk. It's a park. It's not his area. And there's two other businesses on that block. There's a Chinese restaurant. There's a strip club in the middle. And there's a 7-Eleven to the side of it. And that area is a public easement. By law, he has no right to kick anybody off that area. He shows up one day and he wants to kick Mustafa off a public easement. So when he showed up, he's breathing down Mustafa's neck. So naturally, I took out my cell phone and I'm trying to de-escalate the situation, telling him the police are going to be here. You're on video. And I'm hoping to de-escalate the situation. And you can see Mustafa is trying to do the same thing. He's trying to de-escalate the situation. That video ultimately went viral. And the community started boycotting that establishment. There's racism all over that video. A white fat guy is breathing down a Mustafa's neck for making a living. Well, what's disturbing about this whole entire situation is 1 month after that situation, Mustafa meets Dorothy. And we're finding out, the details that are coming out of this whole entire case is, we're finding out that her daughter and she has a 15-year-old daughter where her dad pierces all the strippers to that guy. What's going on here? How does that make any sense? Let's watch her daughter, in her own word, tell us that her dad works for this guy.
How old was she?
My dad, he's a piercer. He pierces like a lot of strippers, and he had brought up to them what happened, and they were who they were, and they were like, yeah, we know this guy. Like, he used to record our license plates and put it on the internet and like follow us home and stuff. So I also was thinking, I don't want them to follow me home, and I don't want to put myself in a position where, you know, I'm unsafe. My dad, he's a piercer.
My dad, he's a piercer. The strippers for that club owner. Oh, interesting. How random is that? It's too random for it to be random. Now, what do we know about strip clubs? Sells drugs. I mean, in light of the FBI raiding the hotel off of Dumfries Road, what are they talking about? They're talking about sex trafficking. They're talking about drugs. Well, what do you think? What do you think that drugs are going through, and what do you think the sex trafficking is happening at? You would think, oh, hello. There's a strip club that's just around the corner. Yeah, it's coming out of that club. I mean, every time I look at the whole situation, and I want to try to make sense of why was that club owner so angry? I mean, what were we doing at the time? We were essentially, when we were standing in front of that club, in that area, you're bringing attention to that club. I mean, if they're selling drugs out of that club, obviously he doesn't wants us there. We're sitting there passing out flyers. We're talking about people. We're talking to people. We're telling them, hey, I've got a company. And when you do buy a device, can I have you record a commercial? That's what I'm doing for my brother. And if you go on there, you'll see a lot of commercials that I recorded and to promote my brother's company. So every time, if you are someone that would buy an equipment from my brother, I would ask you, can I have you record a 1 minute, 2 minute testimonial of your experience buying this device from my brother? Obviously, the club owner, who's rumor has it that he's selling drugs out of that club, did not like that. And I mean, in hindsight, when I look at the whole entire situation, I would come out and try to kick us out. He goes viral. 1 month later, Mustafa meets Dorothy. And her daughter is upset. In a forensic interview, she said, Mom blocked me and chose Mustafa over me. Well, what did your mom block you for? What is your mom leaving behind? Is she leaving that life? Well, Mustafa met Dorothy. Mustafa says that Dorothy was prostituting herself. That's how she was making a living. Well, who's her handler? And we circle back. You're living in that hotel. What is the FBI doing in the background? They're running an investigation on that hotel. This is Kylie and what she says at the time. This is in a forensic interview. And she tells the forensic interviewer that they were living in that hotel.
And then the next day we left, I was like trying to get them to get together. So you have to check out by a certain time. And I was like, okay, we need to get everything and leave. Because we were kind of living in our hotel rooms. It was like we had a lot of stuff to pack, like our whole lives were in those hotel rooms. I mean, not necessarily me, because I was back and forth between, my dad was living in a hotel and my mom was, so I was back and forth. But they all had their stuff. Mm-hmm. And he was like, no. And he just tried to have my mom, smoke with him, lay down with him, cuddle with him. I was like, wait, we need to go. And she had the kids in the pool, and I was like, really annoyed. And he just undermined everything I did. And it was like, it's really annoying because, I don't know, I kind of had to manage all of them. Because even if my mom tried, she would get frustrated and she would stop. When they wouldn't listen one time, she'd just break down crying and just, I'm sick of this shit, blah blah blah. And then it wouldn't get done if I didn't do anything. And then him doing that was annoying because he thought he had authority over me, and it was just weird. Mm-hmm. And then after he had met the kids once, he would be around all the time. So then we came back and I was like, I want him gone. Can we just have a family day?
Look, out of this video, there's this whole entire interview is about an hour long. You can find it on our YouTube channel under Not Another Boring Podcast. But this portion, what is Kylie talking about? Yeah, mom lived in a hotel. All right. Where does Mustafa talk about? Dorothy was living in a hotel. Living in a hotel in and out of her van, essentially living homeless with 5 kids. And the police would not touch Dorothy. I mean, you're telling me that a mother lives homeless in her vehicle with a 5-year-old, a 9-year-old, a 10-year-old, a 14-year-old, and they're not in school and the police doesn't say anything? Where's the police department from that situation? Well, unless, and she's walking around with 3 cell phones. What's a homeless person walking around with 3 cell phones? Unless she's working for the police. And the minute that she decided to leave, I don't know. You have a whole lot of individuals upset. What did Kylie say? My dad is making me come here. Oh, who's your dad, ma'am? Oh, he's connected. He works for the club owner that they sell drugs out of and prostitute out of. Oh, interesting. Oh, you're telling me the FBI has been watching that location for years? Oh, no wonder the cell phone, Dorothy's cell phone, is being blocked from going into the Mustafa Al-Jazari case. I mean, the one thing that's blocking this case, Mustafa's case, from moving forward is the cell phone dump. Wait a minute. Mustafa's lawyer says that the Virginia State Police raided her office and that they threatened her off the Mustafa Al-Jazari case. She said she is terrified from the police. She said they raided her office and took the cell phone dump. Took Mustafa and Dorothy's cell phone dump. That 1 terabyte that she has, they raided her office and took it. And that she's terrified from the police. Let's watch Mustafa's previous attorney tell us why is she no longer on Mustafa's case. Let's watch what the lawyer is telling us. That lawyer, this lawyer that was asking questions, this lawyer that was asking questions.
Come into the punch.
Asking questions about Dorothy. Asking questions about why is the daughter coming after and trying to unalive Mustafa? Asking those questions. Who are the individuals that surrounded Dorothy? Who is Dorothy and who are the individuals that surrounded Dorothy? Is today telling us that she's terrified from the police.